The concept of Introduction to Women's Unique Psychological Wiring explores the idea that women may possess inherent psychological characteristics that influence their behaviors and thought processes. This notion posits that certain behavioral patterns can be attributed to biological or neurological differences between genders, potentially affecting the way women interact with the world and those around them. Recognizing these unique psychological traits is crucial for understanding how such wiring contributes to relational dynamics, particularly between men and women. The significance of this concept in relation to the main topic lies in its potential to explain certain predictable patterns in women's behaviors. Understanding these patterns can be beneficial for men seeking to engage with women on various levels, fostering more effective communication and deeper relationships. It is important to note, however, that this notion should not be overly generalized, as individual differences and cultural influences also play vital roles in shaping behavior. One example of women's unique psychological wiring is the tendency toward heightened empathy and emotional intelligence. Studies suggest that women, on average, may exhibit greater sensitivity to emotional cues, which can enhance their ability to navigate social interactions effectively. This trait can be advantageous in professions that require strong interpersonal skills or in personal relationships where emotional support is valued. Another example is the influence of hormonal fluctuations, such as those experienced during the menstrual cycle, which may affect mood and behavior. Understanding these physiological influences can help in acknowledging the variability in emotional responses and fostering patience and support. Supporters of this concept argue that by acknowledging these differences, society can better appreciate women's strengths and address their specific needs. However, potential challenges and controversies arise from the risk of perpetuating stereotypes or reinforcing gender norms that limit women's opportunities. Critics may argue that emphasizing inherent psychological wiring can lead to deterministic views, overshadowing the importance of socialization and individual agency. This point connects to other aspects of the main topic by offering a framework for understanding women's prioritization of their own needs. Recognizing psychological wiring can shed light on why some women might exhibit behaviors that are perceived as transient or self-focused. It also highlights the importance of mutual understanding and respect in relationships, encouraging a more nuanced perspective that considers both biological and social factors. Ultimately, appreciating women's unique psychological wiring can contribute to more harmonious and equitable interactions across diverse contexts. The concept introduced in the heading suggests an intrinsic wiring in women that influences their thoughts and actions, leading to predictable behavior patterns. This idea is grounded in the notion that biological, psychological, and social factors shape gender-specific traits. This supposed predictability may offer both benefits and obstacles for men interacting with women, affecting personal and professional relationships. The significance of this point lies in its attempt to foster understanding between genders by highlighting perceived behavioral tendencies, which may facilitate better communication and relationship management. For instance, in the workplace, understanding these traits could help in creating supportive environments that cater to diverse thinking styles, possibly enhancing team dynamics and productivity. Alternatively, in personal relationships, recognizing predictable patterns in behavior might assist partners in addressing each other's needs more effectively, potentially leading to stronger, more harmonious connections. Supporters of this viewpoint argue that acknowledging these behavioral tendencies can lead to greater empathy and cooperation between genders. They suggest that understanding these innate differences can enhance mutual support and rapport, leading to more fulfilling interactions. However, this concept is not without controversy. Critics argue that generalizing women's behavior as predictable and self-centered reinforces stereotypes and overlooks the vast diversity and individuality present among women. Such characterizations can undermine efforts towards gender equality and perpetuate outdated biases. It is crucial to recognize that these perceived traits often stem from social conditioning rather than inherent biological factors, and thus they can be changed through conscious effort and societal shifts. Furthermore, suggesting that women often prioritize their own needs, potentially becoming transient companions, may be seen as an oversimplification that disregards the complexity of women's motivations and circumstances. It challenges the notion of women as dependable partners, which may not align with the experiences of many individuals who find women to be equally committed and resilient. This point connects to the broader conversation on gender dynamics by inviting discussions around how societal norms and expectations shape individual behaviors. It underscores the importance of viewing these traits as part of a dynamic interplay of nature and nurture rather than fixed attributes. Recognizing this complexity can lead to more introspective and balanced perspectives, ultimately influencing how men and women engage with each other across various aspects of life. Understanding predictability in women's behaviors involves acknowledging the notion that certain patterns or tendencies can be observed in how women think and act. This concept is based on the idea that, due to biological, psychological, or societal influences, women may exhibit behaviors that can sometimes be anticipated. Recognizing these behaviors and addressing them thoughtfully can be crucial for interpersonal relationships and communication, particularly between men and women. The significance of this understanding lies in its potential to enhance the way individuals engage with one another. By identifying predictable patterns, it becomes possible to navigate interactions more effectively and harmoniously. For instance, if a woman communicates her need for emotional support during stressful times, a partner who understands this pattern might be better equipped to provide comfort. Such awareness can also foster empathy and stronger bonds, which are essential in both personal and professional relationships. A real-world example of this predictability can be seen in consumer behavior. Businesses often leverage insights into women's buying habits to tailor marketing strategies. For instance, companies may focus on emotional storytelling in advertisements to resonate with female audiences, who might generally respond more to emotional cues. Another example is seen in the workplace, where understanding that women might prioritize collaborative approaches can lead to improved team dynamics and project outcomes. Support for this idea can be found in psychological and sociological studies that explore gender differences in behavior and decision-making processes. These studies often highlight how societal norms and biological factors contribute to behavioral patterns, providing a foundation for the notion of predictability. However, this concept is not without its challenges and controversies. Critics argue that emphasizing predictability can lead to stereotyping and oversimplification, diminishing individual uniqueness. It's essential to strike a balance, recognizing patterns without reducing women to monolithic entities. There's also the issue of cultural variance. Behaviors may differ significantly across different cultural contexts, complicating the notion of predictability. This understanding connects to the broader topic by emphasizing the need for nuanced engagement between genders. Recognizing predictable behaviors can guide more effective communication and conflict resolution, but it also highlights the importance of flexibility and openness to individual differences. Thus, while predictability offers a framework for understanding, it should not overshadow the complexity and diversity inherent in human behavior. Respectful and empathetic interactions should always account for both predictability and individuality, fostering relationships that are both meaningful and adaptable. The concept introduced in this heading suggests that women have inherent behavioral patterns or wiring that influence how they think and act, leading to predictability in their behaviors. This notion implies that biological and psychological factors shape women's tendencies, and these can be understood and anticipated. However, this perspective is controversial, as it can reinforce gender stereotypes or overlook individual differences. In the context of the main topic, Acknowledging these patterns is significant as it affects interpersonal dynamics, particularly between men and women. Understanding these so-called predictable behaviors can help in developing strategies for clearer communication and stronger relationships. For example, one application of understanding women's tendencies might be in the workplace. Recognizing that some women might prioritize nurturing roles or collaborative approaches can guide team dynamics and task allocation, fostering a supportive environment. Another example could be in personal relationships, where understanding emotional cues and communication styles can enhance mutual respect and reduce conflicts. While these examples might seem beneficial, they rely heavily on generalizations and must be applied cautiously to avoid pigeonholing individuals based solely on gender. Opinions that support this idea often come from evolutionary psychology, suggesting that women have evolved certain traits beneficial for caregiving and social cohesion. However, critics argue that these views are outdated and fail to account for cultural and personal diversity. Critics also point out that associating predictability with gender can perpetuate stereotypes, suggesting that women are less capable of change or adaptation, which is simply not true. Moreover, it risks minimizing the experiences of women who do not fit these general patterns, ignoring the complex interplay of individual personality, cultural background, and personal choice. The potential challenges in embracing this viewpoint lie in balancing the understanding of gender-based tendencies while respecting individuality. Alternative viewpoints emphasize the significance of socialization and environment in shaping behaviors, regardless of gender. This discussion influences other aspects of the main topic by highlighting the importance of considering both biological and social factors in understanding human behavior. It also encourages the audience to approach gender dynamics thoughtfully, acknowledging both inherent traits and the sociocultural constructs that inform behavior. In conclusion, while recognizing patterns can offer insights, it is crucial to remain open to diversity and individual variation to foster genuine understanding and connection.